Lucky gadget.
There we go. Hello and welcome to episode 13 of the Still Wondering podcast. I'm Matt.
And I'm Chris.
And this podcast is about two guys in their 30s, or two brothers in their 30s.
Yeah.
Still going through our lives and trying to figure it out, really.
Absolutely.
So yeah, and we have some exciting news.
Very exciting news.
We do.
We have here in our hand, which we shall show you,
I'll put this on screen. A
real letter received in the post with a second-class postage stamp on the front. and for those of you that have seen the podcast, you'll know that we've got an ironing board, which was very much just we needed something to put coffee on, and we thought, well, that'll do. And we've been mentioning the brand of this ironing board a few times. It's Brabantia. I think we got the hang of the brand now. So this letter is from Valida, another leading company of ironing boards and things like that.
The umbrella company.
Yeah, yeah. So it's got their address at the top and their website address or email address there, and it says, "Dear Mr. Lamotte, we would like to offer you a chance to advertise our ironing boards on your Still Wandering, spelt with an A, not an O, podcasts that we are showing on YouTube. YouTube spelt capital U, Tube. We have been advised that you are using a Brabantia ironing board as a prop, but hope that you would consider using one of our best-selling unique Valida ironing boards. Ironing boards, both capitalised. They are excellent quality and come with a range of fashionable ironing board covers, which would add style and sophistication to your podcast." I mean, I'd argue we don't need to add any style or sophistication. We've got that covered, but you know, whatever. In return, we'd offer you regular, generous advertising premium payment. There would also be an opportunity to use some of our other products alongside, such as our Valida broom and our Valida mop and bucket, which could be placed in view next to one of our ironing boards.
I like a good mop and bucket.
So we can end up looking like a cleaning cupboard. If you're interested in this offer, please get in touch via the email address shown above. I look forward to hearing from you. With thanks, IH Irons.
So there you have it. We have our first sponsorship deal from Valida.
Yes.
So I'm going to respond, and we'll see what we get back.
See what we get back.
Yeah.
Thanks for getting in touch, Valida. Just goes to show somebody's watching.
Yeah. Yeah. At least one of the 10 views that we get is somebody from Valida. Words got out. We're about to blow up
like wildfire
in the cleaning products sponsorship business.
Which wasn't quite what we were angling for, but there we are.
Class and sophistication is what this podcast is about, and cleaning products. You need to be clean. You've got to be classy and sophisticated.
You do.
That's what I always say.
You do.
So today, after that good news,
yeah,
we've just got back from Bremen.
Yeah, we had a little trip, and despite us committing ourselves to filming abroad, did we do it? No, we didn't.
We had time.
We had time, and there might be some Bremen-related footage at some point, either on I don't know, in this somehow, or one of your own YouTube things.
I think we could put up a little special, maybe, like a little tidbit.
Yeah, we could do it. Yeah, tidbit of Bremen. You did lots of little filmy bits, didn't you? Yeah. But we had good intentions. There were a few times we said, must record something today. We're only there for 3 days, and but yeah, I think we just found we were knackered from walking and stuff, so
yeah,
didn't quite get around to it.
I did have a bit of a bad cough.
Yes, you did. We had good fun actually. We went in. Well, I say good fun. Matt was ill, but we went into a pharmacy. And I can speak like very basic German. It is by no means anywhere near fluency, but the guy, the pharmacist, he had this clever little screen and we could show what he was typing for on a translator, so we managed to get you some pills to help with the symptoms, didn't we?
Yeah, it's pretty much gone now.
Yeah.
Right on cue.
Yeah.
So, Bremen.
Really good. Really interesting little town. It wasn't on anyone's list, I don't think.
It was on yours. Well, what made us? What made us go to? Go on.
The flights That's the only reason we went to Bremen.
We went to Bremen based on price. Is that what you're saying?
And the time of day the flights were.
Oh, for Mum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Mum doesn't do early flights. So anything that departs before 10 a.m. is out of the question. Even 10 a.m. is probably a little bit early. So, and then avoiding kind of really late flights as well. So it was based on what can we get with Ryanair, so it's going to be fairly cheap. That had decent flight times. And Ryanair don't do a lot of those sorts of flights from Stansted. They are mostly really, really early or really, really late. Tend to be.
Okay.
But this one popped up for Bremen. I mean, it was about 80 quid for the three of us return.
No brainer.
And what, the flight left about 2, something like that. And on the way back was 2:30ish, so kind of fit there. So that was the reason. Although I did look up Bremen city centre, and it did look really nice, the central area. So
and you showed me the photos. I quite liked it.
Yeah,
like medieval vibes and old cobble streets.
Yeah, and we wouldn't have gone if it just looked like didn't like it had some nice parts to do. But I think it worked well for us because it wasn't like one of these places where you feel like you've got to race around and see tons of stuff to tick it all off. It's like we knew there were a few nice things to see, and that we could do that at a leisurely pace, and with Mum stop for cups of tea and kind of take it fairly steady. So mind you, we did work out pretty hard, didn't we?
Yeah, we saw a fair amount.
Yeah,
we went off on our own a couple of times.
Yeah,
but what I didn't know was, and I'm pretty sure I'd seen it somewhere before, but it was the donkey, and then was it donkey, dog, cat, and chicken?
Something like that.
Is that it?
I think so.
We've got a photo of it somewhere, but I'll post it up. Yeah, I swear I've seen that somewhere. That's based on, well, we found out it's based on an old myth of the town where they were singing or something.
Yeah, I don't know. One of the waiters gave us like a really quick
rundown.
I can't remember exactly what he said, but it's something to do with these animals performing a song and then it going badly.
Did it go badly?
I don't know.
I can't remember. It's like about musical animals.
Musical animals, yeah.
But yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah.
And then we saw a piece of artwork that apparently Hitler hates.
Yes, the Lichtbringer, Lightbringer. It's like this gold thing on the entrance to Botterstraße. It's a street that goes off the main square. It's a really nice looking piece, but I'd read before we went that it was done for Hitler, but he absolutely hated it, which is why they've kept it.
I love that.
Which is just lovely, isn't it?
Was the bells?
The bells, the Glockenspiel house. That was pretty fun and unique.
That went on for 10 minutes.
I know. Mum did about 7 minutes, and then
I think you got 7 minutes in, and you guys buggered off, and I continued recording.
My attention was drifting a bit.
Oh, mine was 3 minutes in. I was like, "When's this fucking ending?
When's this gonna end?"
Ding dong, ding 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 dong. So
I knew Mum had enough because she clocked. There was a guy in front of us with a backpack, and in the side of his backpack he had a bottle of apple juice. Mum nudged me and went, "That looks like wee." Yeah, Mum's had enough.
Thing is, I had a great line afterwards, which I told you, but you guys buggered off. I was waiting for this moment, and I was going to think someone's at the door. I really wanted to use that line, but I'm in a foreign country where no one else is going to get it. And you guys have buggered off. I'm not great. I had that stored up in my head.
You could have shouted it out, but I think you'd been disappointed with the.
Just randomly shouting, people would have thought I'm mental. I think someone's at the door. No one understands a word I'm saying.
Imagine this one English bloke at the back going, "Oh, good one." Legend.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a highlight. We found a restaurant called Alex, which is where we ate most of the time.
Yes, yeah, right on the main square next to the
Big
cathedral.
glass box.
Yeah, it's quite an interesting thing to have. Actually, it was kind of modernish, but for some reason it didn't look out of place. It kind of worked, and staff there were pretty nice and friendly, and we ended up eating there 3 times?
I think so, 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
We had schnitzels and what was
currywurst.
That's it, currywurst
and burgers, and yeah.
You have to do that when you're in Germany, don't you? Schnitzel and currywurst.
Schnitzel and currywurst, absolutely.
Oh.
Yeah. To my surprise, I thought it was going to be more expensive. I know prices have been going up in the UK quite a lot. So I expected, because normally when you go to like France, Germany, it doesn't feel any cheaper at all. It feels about the same, if not maybe a little bit more expensive. But no, it was quite reasonable. Like you can get a meal for like €12, which is
Something like that.
a tenner-ish.
Yeah, we had a few meals out with the three of us with drinks, €40.
Yeah, which is not bad at all. I mean, none of us are hard drinkers, very much. Might have a beer or whatever, but
yeah.
We had a pint of Beck's, didn't we? And Leffy, that kind of stronger
that blonde
beer.
Yeah, Leffy blonde, whatever it was. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Thanks for organising it, bro.
That's all right. Even the river cruise.
Oh my god. Getting on that boat. So I thought we were gonna leave industrial Bremen to see a little bit of lovely wildlife. I didn't know what to expect when I was getting on that boat. To be honest, we're going to go on the river and see stuff, and all we saw were just lots of shipping containers and cranes. And I didn't quite. I then sort of dawned on me about half an hour in when we did that little loop around to go to the other side of the shipping bit to see yet more containers and cranes. It sort of dawned on me that the organisers of this boat trip must know that it's a pile of shit. They're not seeing anything.
Not really, no.
They must be so confused. Like, we set up this boat tour, we didn't think anyone was going to buy tickets. Everyone's buying tickets. So we'll continue to do the cruise. No one knows what's on the cruise.
Yeah. Exactly. It is. Yeah.
I mean, it was shit because there wasn't much to see, but it was still nice to be on a boat and get out.
Exactly, yeah. And the weather wasn't too bad, although it did get a little bit nippy after a while, didn't it?
It was a little bit chilly by the end.
But yeah, so basically along the river in Bremen is industry.
Yeah.
Mostly, well, pretty much.
There was a big smiley face graffiti. That was a highlight. Yes,
in an attempt to give some kind of character to industrial buildings, they've put a couple of smiley faces on a couple of them. Oh, there's a Kellogg's factory. I mean, that was a moment of I wouldn't say joy.
Joy would be a strong word.
I have eaten a lot of Kellogg's in my life, the Kellogg's project, so yeah, the recognition, maybe flicker of recognition is as far as I'll go. I took a picture.
There we go.
Yeah,
that you'll never look at again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, it was good to get out, and it's not like we had a long list of things that we did that in lieu of. So
it was nice to go on a boat. It really
nice to be together on a boat.
Yeah.
And do something a bit different.
Yeah. A bit of a giggle.
We did. We kind of made it our own. We imagined that people cycling along or walking along were actors employed to try and make the river cruise more interesting or entertaining.
Yeah. It was two cyclists that seemed to be adult, like well into their 50s, 60s, that were both waving in unison.
It was a bit Truman Showish, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Cue cyclist. Cue cyclist.
Here we go.
Guten Tag.
They're on the boat.
They're on the boat.
Cue the crane. Crane, go.
Go crane.
At one moment there's a workman that would just, I don't know what he was doing, he just happened to be
he was sort of
hitting something
with a hammer, wasn't he?
Cue the workman.
Cue the workman.
Oh shit, it's my bit. Quick. That's your bit.
Brilliant.
Just spending €10,000 on actors.
Just to liven.
We're really making a loss, guys.
Just to liven it up. And we saw a few seagulls which had the similar treatment.
Yeah, just a couple of ducks. Cue the ducks. Go.
Go ducks. So that was we made fun of it. We made fun, and Mum had a good time. That's the important thing. Is that we were together and had a laugh. The hotel was pretty decent. Like, it was really clean. It was good central location.
Was it Airbnb, wasn't
it? It was.
Wasn't it?
No, it was through. I think it was through hotels.com.
So it's apartments, wasn't it?
It's like an apartment hotel, but there's no one there. There's no reception. So it operates like an Airbnb where you get a code. Although I couldn't get my internet connection to be working, even though we're in central Bremen. So I had to...
You had to forward the email to me.
I managed to forward it to you. I don't know how. You managed to open it.
And then we were trying the code at the wrong door. No, the code let us in.
The code did let us in.
The code let us in, and then we were wandering around this building trying to find floor 2, because we were 201, the room number. And there wasn't a floor 2 with apartments. It was like a doctor's surgery or something. So we're like, okay, we went up and down the stairs. There's some... Gone.
A few times.
Yeah, a number of times.
Thinking, how are we getting this wrong? It must be so obvious.
There's some German guy was just about to get into a lift as we were leaving, and we'd kind of given up on trying to find something. And I asked him, oh, do you know where this is? I don't know, but my friend lives here. And then you and Mum clocked it that, oh, it's in a different building. So, oh, shit. So I had to wait for the German guy, and then left. Then wandering the streets for 15 minutes,
Probably.
20 minutes, trying to find this place.
All we had to go on was an arrow pointing.
Yeah, they're just pointing that way.
So we're like, well, you know.
How far?
How far, where is it? Thinking, well, it can't be that far, because it's supposedly the same address. Yeah, we're kind of wandering down. They've got like some shops being refurbished. Okay, it's not these because these are shops being refurbished. There's no little entrances. Turns out eventually it was around the side of the building below a Thai massage parlour.
Yeah, there was a Thai massage parlour on the top floor.
There we go, Mum. We're here.
Yeah. Welcome.
Look at your sons. Look where they're booked.
Yeah.
But no, as it turned out, the apartments were really, really quite nice actually. So decent stay, and we managed to get Netflix as well for the evenings to do that.
Yeah, we chilled out in the evenings. Very nice.
Yeah. So when's the next one?
When's the next one? Well, you want to go to Finland, don't you?
I want to go everywhere, Matt.
All right.
But yeah, Finland's good.
Okay.
Or Bulgaria, or I'd like to go. I think Finland and Riga probably sooner rather than later, just because of the whole war thing.
Right. Okay. So get there quick.
Get there, yeah. Because Moldova's off the cards now.
Right.
Because it's getting a bit
sketchy.
Yeah.
Okay. Probably after
next week.
No, July.
Week after July. Oh, okay.
In July or August potentially.
July or August. All right.
Peak.
We'll try.
Expensive time to fly.
Early July would be all right for a short
Okay.
trip. Yeah, I can't do long ones in July.
Has to be midweek.
Yeah.
I'll look at the diary.
Yeah.
We'll get it booked in.
Lovely.
Good.
Yeah. We won't record us booking that in. We'll just tell you about the trip afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll say we'll record something while we're there, and we probably won't.
We probably won't. You might get something of us flying back, maybe.
Yeah. I did some recording of that trip, so I might put up like a bonus episode of just a montage of clips.
Oh, cool. Yeah, nice.
We're not presenting any of them. It'll just be like a little montage.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Chuck it together on the phone. That'd be alright.
That sounds really good.
Fabulous. I think that wraps up this episode. It's a rather snappy episode about Bremen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worth a couple of nights of anyone's time.
Yeah, absolutely. Fabulous. Well, that's how do we finish these episodes together? It's been a while since we recorded.
I'll just say,
have you got any questions?
Questions.
Yeah.
q@stillwandering.com.
What's Wondering with an A?
Yes.
That's q@stillwondering.com. That's Wondering with an A. If you've got any questions or any comments or a review, we will read them out. You'll hear your voice if you want it. You won't hear your voice.
You'll hear us pretend to be your voice.
Yeah, we'll think about what you sound like,
Yes.
and then we'll use that voice to read your email. And we'll read it out loud, regardless of what it says. And then we'll make comments about it. So if you want to hear your words read out in a voice that we think that you might sound like, send an email to q@stillwandering.com.
We should do backstories.
And that's
as well.
Wandering with a name. We'll do a whole backstory
backstories.
about you.
Yeah.
And we'll make a judgment about what sort of person you are, what your favourite food is, where you like to hang out, and if you've got any friends.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to find out, you want to be judged essentially based on the words you write and your name that pops up in your email, then send it in. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye. I really hope someone emails in now.
Yeah, me too.